Hello, hello, and welcome to the Apo Podcast. This is episode something. Isn't that right, Aryan, my dear co-host?
Yes, this is one of the episodes. I believe this is
One of the episodes of all time. I do
episode
agree with you.
three. Episode three, the third episode that will be released to the public. So make of that what you will. But yeah, three.
Well,
Cool
technically
number.
it's fourth because we're computer science majors and we start from zero. Yeah. Oh yeah. My name's Aryan.
Actually,
My name's
technically,
not
it'd be
Aryan.
second in that case. But we're good.
My
So,
name's Abdul, by the way. But that's not really important. What is important is the lovely, spectacular, incredibly talented guests that we have today. You want to introduce yourselves, or should I introduce you?
Yeah, I can go ahead. I'm Justin and I'm a CS major, minoring in psychology and math. It's something interesting. I have a bike. I biked here. Yeah,
Oh, sick. You
that's
live
cool.
off campus?
That's cool.
I do live off campus. Yes.
Okay, sick.
My name is Keira Lavelle. I'm a junior studying AI and web development. And something interesting about me is that I do not have a bike, so I walk a lot every single day. I think yesterday I took 21,000 steps.
We love to see it. We
Whoa.
love to see it. I remember first week of being here. For some reason, I just went crazy and went all crisscrossed across the campus. I couldn't walk the following week. It was funny. Anyways, lovely to have y'all here. This has been in the talks for a bit.
Yeah, this has been in the making for a decent amount of time. So we are glad to finally have the esteemed Justin and Keira, two of our dear webmasters, in fact.
The whimsy webmasters, as
Indeed.
they say.
Such whimsical people they are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I like to say? There is no I in webmaster, but there is a we.
You tell
I
him,
love
coach.
that.
Very
I love that.
motivational. We have some motivational people with us today, and they're going to be great podcast guests. You're going to want to tune in,
Or else.
definitely listen in really closely, because I think what they have to say is going to be life-changing, to be frank. But yeah,
It will be. It will be. But before we get into all the life changing, small talk. How's your day going? How's your week? How's the month?
Things have been going pretty well. I think I'm taking a few classes this semester. I'm taking 6, but it's been chill last semester, so I'm taking bowling. I look forward to that every Tuesday and Thursday. I actually had the opportunity to bowl with Great Aryan here a few weeks ago. He was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. I'm super excited to see where his bowling career will go. And yeah, outside of that, I've just been grinding away at classes. I'm involved in this club called SIG App. We make apps in that club. Actually, Kira's involved in there. And yeah, it's a great time. So I've been the front end team lead for that. So just grinding away at that.
Sick. I had no idea there was a bowling class on campus. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
yeah, Justin is quite a good bowler. He knows his way around bowling pins. He's quite good with it.
Wait, aren't you supposed to not know your way around bowling pins?
Anyways, moving on to Keira. So how's your day? How's your week, semester, life? What's going on?
My day is going pretty well. I've had a pretty great semester so far. I've been pretty involved on campus, maybe a little bit way too involved. I applied for a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the semester, and I didn't realize I was going to get accepted into all of it. So, yeah, I'm a bit busy with having a part-time internship on campus, research, many positions in APO, and another club that I applied for, but that doesn't matter. We're here for APO purposes.
Let's
Master
go.
being the most important, of course.
I've also been playing a lot of pickleball and going to the gym a lot this semester and spending way too much money on iced coffee, boba, and matcha.
Real. Oh my god. I find it kind of funny that you're suffering from how good you are.
Suffering from success.
Oh. Yeah, no, the coffee addiction is real. I've been. There's this really cool place. You probably go there. It's around. It's around a spire called Pangcha.
I have been there before, yes.
I love going there. It's my weakness. But anyways, speaking of pickleball, I was gonna have a transition. Wait. Let it cook. Speaking of pickle, what's your favorite part about pickleball?
My favorite part about pickleball. So I played tennis in high school, and the court in tennis is a lot bigger than the court in pickleball. I played doubles in high school, but I feel like pickleball is a lot more collaborative, and you can hang out with your friends a lot more.
So like do you actively like invite your friends to go play pickleball, or do you just play with randoms?
I've been trying to do that. It's a lot more fun to play with friends than random people. It's kind of awkward going to the correct by yourself, trying to join pickup games, but I'm not very good. When I played high school tennis, my partner was very equal in skill level to me. But something I like about pickleball is that it's really easy to play with people that are at different skill levels than you because of how like small the game is, and it's really easy to pick up too. So everyone should come play pickleball with me.
Interesting. I don't know. I've never played pickleball. Then again, I'm not really athletic. I'm a CS major.
Whoa, buddy, what does that mean?
Actually, on second thought, now that I think about it, I'm like the only person in this room of tech majors. Not, I know Keira, you're not CS, but you're also, I imagine, like both of your majors are heavily involved in technology.
Yes.
So, and I'm the only one in this room who is not involved in athletics at all. You're pretty good with volleyball, Aryan, aren't you?
No, that's more Justin's forte. I think he is definitely the
Aryan's a hooper.
volleyball guy.
I heard-
Aryan can shoot the
I heard that
football.
I missed out from seeing Aryan Sharma play volleyball when unfortunately I had an exam the next day. I was really disappointed to hear that.
Yeah, it was a movie. I think all the volleyball team would agree. It was a team effort led by our king Justin, JP. He was quite good at serving and such. But we will dive into volleyball later. But what we want to talk about right now is the whole reason that the four of us even know each other, or I guess, Anyways, so the question, how did JP, how did KL, Keira Lavelle, we know about Abdul and me, but how did these two join APO? What was the process? What was the mind space? How did it
How'd you
happen?
find out about it?
Yeah, sure. I'll start. I wasn't too involved with too much my freshman year. I didn't have a lot going on, and volunteering was something I did a lot in high school. I was just in a few volunteering clubs in high school, and I was really involved with the church volunteering at the time. But once I got to college, I basically did no volunteering my freshman year, so that was something I was really missing out on. So essentially, I just looked up volunteering clubs on BoyoLink, and I think it was Rotary Club and APO, the first two that popped up. So I decided to go to an APO call out. It seemed pretty intimidating. It seemed like a lot of requirements, but I really wanted to, try to do something and try to just go follow through with a club. So I went through the process. I wasn't very involved at all my pledging semester or even the semester after that, but especially my junior year, I became a lot more involved. Just went to a ton of volunteering events, and the semester after that, that was when I did some co-chair roles, and it's kind of where I'm at now.
Sick. So like, when was like the moment where like it clicked for you that you want to like be as involved as you are right now?
As involved, I'd say probably my second semester in APO. I think it was actually polar plunge volunteering. It was just walking around the parking lot with Addison and my parents, Audie. He's graduated, but that was just like a very like chill experience in terms of, I think that was like the longest volunteering I've done, and it was they had way too many volunteers, so we were just walking around the parking lot, literally doing nothing for 4 hours. So it wasn't really volunteering, but it was more so just like chatting with them and just like. Also, just like talking to Audie, I think he was the VP LD maybe at the time, and then just like how involved he is and kind of like the involvement level for being more involved in terms of just doing a co-chair is like really not that much more, and then that kind of just like planted the seed of like I should do it at some point. So that eventually led me into doing a co-chair and then becoming more involved from there.
Exactly. I know you're a webmaster right now, and you're a co-chair in LD personal development.
Yes.
Okay. Were any of those the positions that you applied for initially?
I mean, that was the one. So, personal development, I think, was one of the ones that Audie mentioned because he was LD. And it was like, one of the ones that were open when it was, he was VP LD at the time. Obviously, I didn't do it then, but it was definitely planted the seed for that.
It's pretty cool that, I don't know. It sounds like you have a good relationship. You had a good relationship with Audie.
Yeah, for sure.
I always like it when even when they graduate, you can still see like people's effects on you because like now you're in his department, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Keira?
So I'll try to keep this light because this is a podcast that everyone in APO is going to be listening to. But I actually knew what APO was before I went to Purdue. I actually spent a lot of time like on social media and other sites to find clubs at Purdue. When I was in high school, I went to a really teeny tiny private all girls high school in Los Angeles, and COVID really negatively impacted my high school experience. I didn't really have as many like good memories from high school as I think a lot of other people had. When I went to college, I actually did the early start program at Purdue, which a lot of people don't know. So I actually got to campus a couple weeks earlier, and that was a horrible experience, as well as my first semester of Purdue. I actually saw an APO call out on Instagram my first semester, and I was really considering going. But funny enough, I actually had no idea where the room was because the location was like in the PMU basement, and I like by the office, and I did not know where that was. So I was scared to go that part from having not very good experiences my first semester and the early start at Purdue. Second semester, I told myself I would go to a call out, and I saw the list on Instagram of all the call outs, and I promised myself I will go to one. And I went to the big call because I thought, okay, there'll be a lot of people there. It won't be as much small talk as I'm comfortable with. And I sat down at a table with a lot of people, and funny enough, sitting right across from me was a girl who was in the same dorm as me that was also in the early start program that I didn't really know, but I thought that she was super cool, and her name was Olivia Hosking.
Oh, what a moment.
Yeah, no. So I'm guessing you just hit it off right there.
We didn't actually hit it off. Initially, we were both very shy at the time, but we did pledge together. We both went to a lot of events. We ended up walking home together because we both lived in Earhart, and I think that we slowly became the best friends that we are today.
No, yeah, y'all are pretty close. Not so much this semester because I don't go there as often as I probably should, but I used to see y'all at Windsor all the time. Like,
Windsor dining court is a very overhated dining court, in my opinion.
overhated?
Yes, people
Hate Windsor?
when I was pledging as a pledge and I went to speed friending, the first event I went to actually after I did my alt induction, yes, I did not go to the real induction. Shame on me. One of the groups, the president of APO at the time and the sergeant at arms, it was Ayush and Jordan, who were long graduated. They had a question that they needed to know in order to decide who they wanted to be their children about ranking the Purdue dining courts. And literally everybody put Windsor at last, which just breaks my heart. Their grapes are fire.
But like, Earhart and Hillenbrand are objectively worse.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Well, maybe not now. Earhart has improved. I don't know. I have strong opinions about Hillenbrand.
I'm gonna graduate Purdue without ever going to Earhart Dining Hall.
Justin, what is the best dining court in your opinion?
Best one? I only went to dining courts my freshman year. I only went to Ford and Wiley basically.
Okay, and which one's the best?
I think Wiley is slightly better.
Okay. Aryan, I don't think I can continue this podcast anymore. I will not tolerate this Windsor slander.
I mean, it is definitely a deserved slander, though, right? Like Windsor.
No, I do remember one time I
me?
sat down like there and there's like bugs on the table and I was like, oh my god. this
Okay,
place is
I don't
gross.
know when you
concur
went
with Jason.
there, but like I can assure you, this kind of behavior and level of cleanliness is not tolerated in the current Windsor dining court.
That is true. I mean, I'm sure you've taken care of all the. Are you working there?
That's not relevant to the question.
Okay. Gotcha.
I guess that's why Windsor's declined this semester.
Oh,
Windsor dining court literally has cookie dough as a dessert that no other dining court has.
But it's not that good.
likes cookie dough.
Exactly. So why is Windsor dining court getting slandered?
I know. Why?
I mean, I just had that bad experience with those bugs, so like, I kind of like, I can't forget.
No,
I'm sorry.
No. I won't tolerate this.
I mean,
Cut to commercial quick
I
before I crash out.
I
Cut
won't
to-
tolerate this slander either of Windsor dining court. Although it's not my favorite dining court, it is good for some needs that I might have.
I mean, Windsor is just like it's just a strange name. Like,
What do you
Windsor?
mean?
What does it mean? What do you mean, Windsor? Are you
It's
wind?
it's someone's name. You can't just say that.
It's very strange. But I think Justin, we can't rage bait Keira and Abdul for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, try me.
So,
Okay.
moving on from the dining courts of Purdue, which one really could talk about for a long time, but we will just swiftly move into more of our realm. I would venture into saying technology.
Technology.
So I know that the people at APO
Awesome.
have been wondering about this for a while. Like after chapter meetings, people come up to me and say, "Yo, what's Justin getting up to in the SIG app world?" Or
Yeah, for sure.
"What's
for
Keira
sure.
doing with the website?"
Yeah.
So now you guys finally have the opportunity to maybe clear the air.
Yep.
Do you guys actually work on APO online as webmasters?
Funny enough, we don't, which really breaks my heart. The other day, I was putting up a service event that Hari asked me to as a campus co-chair, and the lady I was in contact with sent me a flyer that was really pretty, and unfortunately, you cannot put images as part of a description on APO Online, which just really breaks my heart.
No. That's unfortunate.
Yes.
And you have like no authority to just edit any of the functionality on API Online at all.
We do not. It's owned by Greek Shack. I remember last semester, there was an update made by actual Greek Shack that you can put an event that you sign up for, sync to your Google Calendar, and one of the people I looked up to in APO, Paige Elif, went up to me and she told me that was a really great addition that I made to the APO Online. And it really broke my heart for me to inform her that I did not make it.
Why'd you tell her?
I could never lie to her
Real.
about my contributions in APO.
Oh my god. Oh.
But what did make me happy was when a pledge came to speed friending and told me that he found out about APO from the website and he saw a call out and that's why he came.
From the website that you made?
Worked on.
Nah, same diff. So tell us what goes into website making?
Sure, I can take this one. So we have the URL purdueapo.org. So that was originally created by a former person in APO, and they created this website to start, and it was a little outdated.
Okay.
In terms of just like he made it, I think during COVID time, and so it looked fine for the time, but obviously when he made it, it was like during COVID. So like everyone in the pictures had masks on, and it was at the old office, and very quickly, like maybe just a year later, it looked entirely outdated and just didn't look too great. So that was definitely our primary goal of trying to update the website and fix the pictures. That was kind of our first goal. But it kind of grew from there. Kira and I worked on, if you're unfamiliar with this application called Figma.
Figma.
Yes, Figma. Are you familiar with Figma?
I have never heard of this.
So Figma is this design application where essentially you're able to wireframe and kind of design applications, whether it's apps or websites or all things tech. It's really helpful for that. So we used Figma to kind of redesign the website from bottom up.
Interesting.
And that's kind of where we went. We went to basically just kind of rebuild each page. And then as we were finishing the pages on Figma, we'd actually go ahead and update them on WordPress. And WordPress is the application we use to actually program the website. It's a little similar to Wix or Weebly, if you've ever heard of those. It's kind of what you see is what you get, a lot of drag and drop. It's a little more complicated because there's a ton more functionality than just what's offered on Wix or Weebly. But yeah, so we kind of just rebuilt it from there. So yeah, that was kind of the process. And yeah, we kind of built it in our own vision, and I think it looks pretty decent at this point.
Interesting. So if I understand correctly, Figma was used to like make the back end of things.
Not quite. It was just used to design the website. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that is purely a design application, and from there we went ahead and just built everything on the WordPress application. So that is both the front end and back end. It's an all-in-one application.
And by design, do you mean like appearance only or functionality as well?
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Okay.
As well. Yeah.
Sorry if I'm like asking silly questions.
No,
It's
not
just
at all. Not at all.
I don't know anything about web design.
No, yeah. If you haven't worked with like Wix or Weebly, it's going to be like completely new. Yeah.
Okay. Like with these tools, like, is it in order to use them? Do you have to write code, or is it more of just knowing what you're doing and pressing the right buttons?
Exactly.
Okay.
It just takes some time to kind of understand the like all the different menus. It looks a little intimidating when you get started, but yeah, I mean, I think Keira was new to it when she started as well. I had the opportunity to create a website for a photography company in high school using this, so I actually had some experience going in. So it wasn't anything too bad, and like Kira's picked on it, and the other webmaster Logan, he's picked up on it as well, and he's gonna do some great stuff coming up. Obviously, I'm leaving this semester. I'm really excited to see what updates he puts into the website.
Sure. And has he made any updates this semester already?
You know, he's been learning, and he's
sure.
you know, I've been meeting with him pretty regularly to try to teach him all the tips and tricks of using WordPress, and yeah, he's ready to go. I'm super excited to see what he can do next semester.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Do you think that perhaps you in this mentor role is something that you were once on the other side of? Like someone taught you how to make websites? Like how did you originally get into technology to begin with?
Okay, yeah. So actually, yeah. So getting into my kind of origin story of kind of tech, I had the really awesome opportunity of working with Scratch. If you've ever heard of it.
The programming language.
Yeah, the little cat.
The drag and drop.
Yes. So that was something I had the opportunity to do in like in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And that kind of sparked my interest of just like kind of tech in general. And so in high school, I was in this club called Technology Student Association.
Sick.
And one of the competitions within that organization is it's called Webmaster, actually. So for each year of high school, I created a website for that competition. And that really got me interested in purely front-end web development.
Sick.
And then my freshman year of Purdue, I was in Purdue Launchpad, which actually pairs you up with a mentor. And he helped me create this full-stack application. And if you're familiar all with fantasy football, I created this website where you're able to quickly find fantasy football nicknames for your team.
Pretty cool.
It's a full stack application, and that was kind of like my first like real application that I built that like other people use. So yeah, that's kind of how I got started in tech.
Very cool. Huh. So you're a CS major, and like there are a bunch of tracks in CS. Are you like considering doing something that's like related to web design?
So yeah, I actually decided to differ there a little bit in terms of a lot of people do like the software engineering or machine learning track.
Yeah.
So I actually am doing the information systems track.
Oh, sick.
Just because I had the opportunity to do kind of like quite a bit like software engineering kind of like projects in my clubs. Like I've been in Launchpad, I've been in Hack the Future and SIGApp, and I've just like created some other projects throughout. So I wanted to do something a little different. So I took the database track, which is essentially just like the same as the systems track, except I just take one more database class.
That's like more data oriented. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's cool. And we know about Justin now. But Keira, what was your foray into technology? What made you think, this is what I want to do in college, full time, become webmaster?
I don't think that Kiro applying to college knew anything about the APO webmaster position, unfortunately. Sorry to break your heart. But I remember when I was in high school, senior year, December 2022, I learned what ChatGPT was. My brother showed it to me, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. But this can be very, very, very bad if it's not made correctly or made with ethical considerations in mind. So that's what got me into AI. I'm doing research very similar to that right now. I'm part of the GROW lab, the Governing Responsive AI lab at Purdue. And right now we are reading a bunch of academic papers about how AI is going to change the workplace, or different AI tools that are used to make jobs easier. Like yesterday I read one about one that can make like identifying K167 a lot easier. I'm not a healthcare expert, but it was very cool to read about. What got me into web development was when I was a little kid. I really, really wanted to be good at visual art, but I am unfortunately terrible at it. My elementary school had a type of special art class every month where a bunch of moms volunteering would bring in art supplies and we can recreate something like one of Picasso's paintings. And I was very bad at it. I really wanted to be good at it, but I was very bad at it. So one thing I like about web development is that you could essentially be very creative, but terrible at visual art. And that's what I like about Figma from what Justin's taught me, is that you don't have to be a crazy good at visual art to be able to make something cool and look pretty on a website.
Absolutely. That was I just want that was the same sort of thing with me. Like I cannot, I don't know if anyone's seen my handwriting. I can't draw. I can't write. I can't. But on Figma, like you can actually like make things look good, and actually have to be like someone who's artistic.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you guys like see web design as an artistic form of expression.
Yes.
Sick. We gotta ask though, everyone, and I mean everyone, even my dad is interested in this, and he knows nothing about technology. What are you two's favorite algorithm?
A favorite algorithm? Well, an algorithm is just a set of steps. I think I'm currently in competitive programming.
Oh, sick.
I love DFS.
Death first search. For
Absolutely.
DFS.
That's some great stuff. I enjoy BFS as well, but DFS, I think it's some good stuff.
Okay. What about you, Keira?
Can we come back to me? I'm going to think of a good answer. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure how algorithms got onto the APO podcast.
But I just wanted to circle back. I don't know if this, Keira, I think it's really cool that you are interested in AI, but like from an ethical perspective, where it's kind of concerning, like where you are concerned about the future of AI. Because usually when I find people who are interested in AI, they're like tech bros, Yeah. And I'm very glad that you're not that.
What actually sparked my interest of it at Purdue was freshman year. I was in a data engineering and Python class, and we were doing a project just about like random Python functions and data visualizations. And I realized that the data set I was given by Purdue didn't like it was supposed to be about like World Health Statistics. It didn't have like a lot of African countries represented in it, and that made me realize like, oh my god, like why are we performing machine learning on data sets that don't even represent the general public?
No, that is concerning. Actually.
Yeah. I mean, I think like just like going off of that, like I feel like tech people, I mean myself included, like we just like work with data. Like nobody actually cares about like the ethics or how things are actually like put together. It's just more so about getting a result. So like people who actually care about ethics and people actually like it's absolutely incredibly important.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in my junior year of high school, the Biden administration was trying to pass an AI Bill of Rights, and I remember reading it, and I was thinking, like, these people that are working in politics, they don't really understand technology, and that's not their fault. So that's why we need like a large scope of people making these decisions together, because AI is the future, and it shouldn't just be like tech people working to decide what's going to happen with it. We need like, it needs to be like worked on from all different perspectives.
What do you think is like? I'm a bit interested, if you don't mind, me asking about the Girl Lab. Like, what are you doing in that?
Right now, we're reading a bunch of academic papers, and we're essentially coding them, like explaining like the types of studies that they conducted.
You're just trying to like basically get a framework of what AI is currently.
Yes, and the scope of how it's going to change the workforce. And I believe that we're going to be putting that into a big database to be used for future purposes.
Okay. If I may, and like stop me if I'm like asking about things that I shouldn't be, but like what, like with the research papers you've read so far, what do you think about AI? About the current like capabilities, I guess.
I believe that the more I learn about it, I realize that I do not know what AI is.
Huh. Is it like that big of a topic? Is it that big of like open, or is it like more of something that's like abstract and more of a concept that's open to interpretation?
I believe that it's more of a concept. And one thing I'm concerned about AI is how it's going to be regulated through people of multiple different disciplines. Like I've been reading a lot of papers about healthcare, but I don't understand a lot of the words that they use.
Yeah. Also, just going off, like I'm in some sort of, I don't know. I'm taking some class to get a certification in data science, and I actually had to read. Like we're doing discussion posts, and one of them was like write your response into one of Trump's executive orders was preventing woke AI. And like that's a real executive order that's in place right now, preventing woke AI. But then like when you read through it, it's like, what does that mean? What does it mean to prevent an LLM from outputting out partisan responses? Mm-hmm. And like we need people to actually like parse through what that means, and like that isn't something that neither a tech bro or a pure politician should be answering. Like I think like we need people like Keira who are like doing research on this and actually figuring out like what does this mean? Like how can we actually legislate this?
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do on Twitter is look through random debates about something and see the Grok responses to it.
Yeah, Grok can be.
Grok, give me a better answer.
But I think that we might want to move on to these other amazing questions.
Grok, give me the next topic, please.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. But just circling back to Justin, that is quite interesting. But who does determine, is a response partisan or is a response the truth? You know, it is a very interesting situation we're in currently.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
I think we know implicitly what does it mean to be a woke AI? What does that mean? What's your definition of woke? These are all interesting questions that
yeah, exactly.
interesting questions that we have in these times.
I woke up like an hour ago.
Abdul woke up an hour ago. But, moving on, I know that most of APO doesn't give a damn. Oh, I just said a damn about technology.
Editor, censor that.
So we should just talk about something that everyone likes, or
Well,
at least most people like.
The one thing I will say is I think that everybody should take the time to learn about how AI is affecting every discipline, not just tech bros. That's the one thing I will say, and I'm down to talk to anybody about it.
That's true.
To end on a more lighter note.
DM Kira on Discord.
Kit Kat awesome.
At Kit Kat Awesome, you want to talk about AI? It is definitely something you should learn about. It will take every job in 30 years. So mentally prepare
30
now.
30 years?
20 years. Mentally prepare now. Talk to Kira or else it's too late for you. And go to Justin's finance classes. But anyways, I am volleyball, the star of the show, the star of the podcast, what everyone wants to hear about. Why don't, Justin, your team captain, why don't you just break down what happened in that last game?
I appreciate the introduction, Aryan. I think, I don't think it was me, like, in terms of, it was a team effort. Absolutely. There's 6 people on the court at the time. We had 7 people play. We all played very well. I was worried at the beginning in terms of me personally. I always have like a little bit of anxiety before the start of any game. It was first time touching a volleyball since the summer. So, I was expecting kind of a slow start, which kind of happened. But as that first game went on, we started to settle in. We started to hit our serves. And I was really impressed with our communication, making those calls in, out, over, like those types of things are we could all do, and limiting our own mistakes, like making sure we're not over the line when we serve. Like those are all things we all as a team fixed as the game went on, and we won the second game handedly. The third game, it got a little dicey at the beginning, but we pulled away. I was just so impressed by how positive our team was, how we congratulated each other after each point. We tried to get 3 touches when we could. It was an impressive performance, absolutely.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, we did well. We communicated well. We had a great mom squad out, CJ and Addison. Shout out to them for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Taking the photos. It was a pure team effort. I think everyone played well. Who was it? You, Justin, JP. So that's the same person. But Justin was there. Noah, me, Julia, Olivia, Carol, Matthew. Right? So
Noah.
The 7 stars of the show. It was quite good. I think this is a plug. Everyone should come out to the next game.
Absolutely.
I wanted to come out to that game, but it was at 11.
And shout out Kira for securing us an actual spot to play.
That was very
shoot.
cool.
It's not easy. It's not easy. As we've seen, it's not easy to get a spot, but we got a spot to play.
In the good league.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The APO league.
Editor, put in that thunderous round of applause, please. Thank you. Anyways, I wanted to ask. It sounded like y'all had a good streak of momentum, like during that game.
Yeah.
I'm just curious though, like how, to a non-sports person, how do you delegate positions?
So volleyball is pretty simple in terms of it's not like a free-flowing game where people can just go where they want to go. There's 6 designated spots, and they're basically 3 people in the front, 3 people in the back.
True.
And after, basically, there's every so often there's a rotation. Basically, when you get the ball back on serve, and you basically turn clockwise. So basically, everyone has the opportunity to play every position. And obviously, it can get a ton more complicated from there. But we just kind of did the most basic, the most straightforward one, which is. It works.
Okay, so it's not like, I don't know, football or soccer where everyone's in really rigid regions and there's no real flexibility.
Yeah, I mean, it depends in terms of what you're running. There's different offenses you can run. There's some where in high school I played both where you basically have a setter in the front row or you can have 2 setters. The way we're doing it, we're essentially just having it whoever is in the top right place is going to try to set the ball. That's just a theory, but really you're just trying to get it so that the first person who touches the ball controls it, and then somebody in the front is able to set it to somebody else, and they're able to spike it.
Oh, sick.
We try to do that, but things happen. We just try to get the point though at the end of the day.
Sick. I don't know. I always, again, we already talked about how my lack of athleticism, but it's always fascinating when someone describes to me like how complicated sports can get. Like you just mentioned theories and stuff. I don't know. Whenever I watch a match of anything, I'm like, oh yeah, they're just, I don't know, they're whacking the ball or whatever. And it's easy to forget the actual thought and technique and strategy goes into stuff like this. I mean, it's a mental game almost as much as an athletic game.
Absolutely, especially volleyball.
Yeah, yeah. Do you? So I'm guessing you really like it. You like it. You like that atmosphere. You like
Yeah,
the
I love
arena.
volleyball. Yeah, I mean, I've just like done IMs at Purdue, and like last summer, I had the opportunity. I was in New Jersey this summer for an
sick.
internship, and yeah, like I made sure to like actually get to play volleyball. Like I played like 2-3 times a week, just pickups at like random sand courts in Jersey. So
That's very cool. Yeah, that's very cool. Speaking of things you love, you like money?
Absolutely.
How much do you like money?
I mean, I like people saving their money. That's what I love.
Yeah. And why do you like this?
I don't know. I think maybe kind of just started with like my parents. When my parents immigrated from India, they're pretty like standard immigrant family. Like every dollar was saved. We did not do any sort of excessive spending at all growing up. It was kind of very frugal lifestyle. And then just like it was just like finance just kind of became an interest for me. My dad's an accountant, and then just like kind of like seeing. Yeah, it's just like reading about stuff and then interning at Ally Financial and then interning at Bank of America. Like they have like these workshops for the interns for like financial wellness and like, yeah, there's just like so many students, especially that like really set themselves up poorly for the future, set up bad habits and like put themselves in a position where they're just going to continually have worse and worse finances. And by the time they're 60, they're going to have no retirement plan. They're going to be in massive amounts of debt, and they're going to be relying on their kids or some other loved one to try to get them through each day. So obviously, we're like, I don't want that to happen to anyone. And, just like setting yourself up with success, like with our last financial workshop, pay your credit card off in full. I hope to God that everyone got that message. That's a great start. And the next one will be on retirements and savings. So, that's just the passion of mine for sure.
Yeah, I was there. That's why I was asking, because I was there, and you were surprisingly passionate about I don't know, like financial wellness. It's not something you'd see, at least from like someone in college. You know what I mean? I mean this in like the most positive way possible. It seems like you're very like aware of something that's kind of unfortunately neglected, not just like in college among students, but also like just in general. Yeah. What is like one? Well, I guess you just said that, like pay your college and pay your credit card. What's the term?
Pay your credit card bill off.
Bills.
In
Okay.
full.
I thought there was like a term for that. I was gonna say credit card debt, but I don't think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, Keira, do you pay off your credit card bills every month? Or
I do. That's
So
what I
you-
took away from
Yeah.
Justin's first presentation last semester.
so his first presentation last month, was it a movie? Did you learn a lot from that?
It was a movie, and I did learn a lot.
Would you recommend highly to everyone APO listening to this podcast, they should go to the next workshop?
I would highly recommend it.
Highly recommend. Did you hear that, people? Highly.
I would also highly recommend it. It was fun.
I think a lot of people don't know, but I'm also a big fan of Hello Kitty and Yoshi, specifically Pink Yoshi.
Are you a fan of Mario too, or just Yoshi?
Yoshi's my favorite character from Mario.
I have a Luigi keychain now.
Oh, sick. Can you show that for the
Can you
viewers?
can you show that to the viewers of the podcast?
Okay, wait, don't worry. I'll describe it to you. Viewers, it's Luigi from the OG Mario.
It's 8-bit Luigi.
Yep.
Mario
My
Bros.
sister got me it. She's currently in Florida for dental school, and when we were growing up, we'd always play the Wii together, and I was always player 2, Luigi.
Oh, that's cute.
Shout out Justin's sister.
Speaking of speaking of Luigi and Mario, unfortunately, we have to go now because we have an attendance class in another castle, as they say, in the olden days. So this has been a surprisingly fun one, but
Surprisingly,
no, that's not what I meant. You know,
surprisingly
I
is a
meant
bit
I was
harsh.
really. I don't know. I was fascinated by the topics, you guys. God, I usually have like an idea of what we're gonna talk about, but I don't know. You made volleyball sound interesting. You made AI sound interesting, and I usually hate AI. But wait, you never got back to me. What's your favorite algorithm? Binary search, quad search.
That's a really tough question.
Depth first search.
I like BFS, Sapphire algorithm.
Also,
Oh, that's awesome.
oh my God! What are the odds?
What are the odds of that?
Well,
Breadth versus depth, respect.
Yes.
Anyways, let's wrap this up before the viewers fall asleep. So, guys, this has
closing
been,
remarks.
This has been a good one. Any
But
closing
like,
remarks?
you only get three words at closing remarks. So choose your words carefully.
3 words.
Okay, that's thank you, Justin. What about you, Keira?
Kit Kat awesome.
I agree. Kit Kats are awesome, and you are awesome as well. Both of you, including you, Arian, and you viewers for sticking around. I will now go buy me some a whole crate of plushies. Have a good one. Arian, any closing remarks?
Yes, so thanks for listening to the podcast.
That's 3 words.
It was fun.
Have a good one.
Shut up.
Podcast
And thank you for the guests for
Thanks
coming.
for having us, guys.
It was a pleasure. Thank you guys and goodbye.
Podcast out for real.